From a super secret location deep within the mountains of Colorado, it's time to strap up, strap in, or strap on with your host, Shenanigans and One Shot. It's From the Ashes Radio!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to From the Ashes Radio on About Face Media. What a night. It is gonna be a banger. We have our friend Christina Mattison. She's gonna be here in just a little while. You know her as the military yogi. She's gonna be on in just a little while to talk about retreats for military female veteran service members. She runs retreats for you folks. You're definitely going to want to hear what she's got going on. Wendell says hello. Wendell Roswell, what is up, dude? I am so glad you're here. Glad to hear you're listening. You tuned in for just the right show. Folks, starting next week, it's the first show in November. And so next week, we start our shows where we have nothing but military-owned and military-run, veteran-run businesses. We're going to kick things off with, of course, you know where you love her, Freedom Balls, our friend Jen from Freedom Balls. That's how we start every year. It's going to be awesome. And we've got some great ones coming up. What do we got? What do you got? Rifles or something? So many great organizations going to be coming on. Did somebody just call us? Do we have what was that? Do we even have a text line? I didn't even know we had a call-in line, and I thought we shut that off like 2 years ago, and now all of a sudden it's ringing. That's pretty awesome. Anyway, but we've got all kinds of good stuff coming up. What is it? Rifle and shotgun or something products. They seasonings for your meats or something like that. All kinds of great products coming up. We're gonna have Arrow and Honor is going to be here for the second week in November. We've got a bunch of blue collar industries that are going to be coming on, including an electrical company coming on that's looking to drum up some business that we're going to bring some attention to. An esthetician is going to be on towards the end of November, looking to drum up some business. All these are veteran-owned businesses that need your attention. And need your business essentially, and need you to support them as we're coming into the Christmas holidays. So yeah, this is what we do here. And they're going to need your help. This is why we do what we do. This is the whole reason. Hey, Chief Gagney is here. What's up? Chief Gagney, you're never going to believe who else is here. We got Heidi Roswell. We also have Wendell Roswell in the audience tonight. I don't know if you remember Wendell Roswell. When we were kids, he was one of the guys that helped us out when we were like little cadet firefighters back when we were like 14 years old. Joe Allen is sitting over there, dude. So Roy Gagney and I were little like junior firemen when we were like 14 years old. Heidi Roswell is like 4'3". She was, 20 something years old at the time. And she used to kick the shit out of us when we were like 14 years old, getting us going to like, get us started because we wanted to be firemans when we were kids. And now Roy Gagney is a fucking district chief for a fire department on the New York City line with Norwalk Fire. But yeah, Wendell and Heidi used to push our shit in pretty regularly and kicked out bits. So yeah, Wendell and Heidi were little like mentors to us when we were kids, and would push us around and make sure that we were not fucking up too bad. I mean, don't get the wrong impression. We were still little fuck ups and did the bad things, but that's okay. They did their best to keep us on the straight and narrow. They did not succeed, but they gave it the best effort. So if you folks don't know and don't follow in this day and age, volunteering in your local community has become something that folks don't really do much anymore. Even though we were in this day and age, people don't volunteer much anymore. And that is it's a very much a tragic thing in this day and age. look around. Um, your community needs you. Volunteering is at an all-time low. Your local fire department, chances are, yes, a lot of you live in big cities and whatnot. And if you look around, a lot of your fire departments have gone to a hybrid or are completely a paid fire department, but not all. And if you look around closely, you'll see that a lot of your fire departments have a volunteer component or a component to them where you can volunteer your time, effort, and resources. Some of them you can be a volunteer firefighter. Some of them are just looking for a support element. It, they need you. Your community needs you. Your community needs volunteer firefighters, volunteer EMTs on your local ambulances and things like that. There's a big hole there that needs to be filled. If you are looking for a community, if you have a couple of extra hours of time in your week and you're looking for something where you're giving back to your community a bit that will allow you to get a little bit more physically fit, that will allow you to be a part of a community, that will allow you to give back to your community and participate and be around good people. That's an excellent place to start. Look at volunteering with your local volunteer fire department if it's close by. What does that comment say? Can you bring that up? About 68% drop in volunteer firefighters in the state of Connecticut alone. That's a 70% drop in volunteer firefighters in the state of Connecticut. That is a huge number. That is horrible. Now, roll that down quite a bit. I was 14 years old when my parents looked at me. I was starting high school. And let's be clear, I was a fuck up. There was no other way to describe it. There was no, if I had not, my parents said to me, actually, it was a guy named Sidney Pitcher, who was a friend of my parents, who saw that I was going the wrong direction. I was going in a bad way. And he's like, hey, you little fuck up. Why don't you come on out? Check this out. See if it's something that might be a fit for you. And I came out. They were not nice to me. They didn't put up with any of my bullshit. I had long hair. I had a smart mouth. I thought I knew everything, and they taught me that I didn't. They demanded hard work from me. They taught me respect for my elders. And when that was not given, I was taught a few lessons the hard way through hard work. I was made to, one of the things that you had to do was you had to roll hose. You had to roll up fire hose when you did the wrong thing. And so when I got smart mouth which was quite often actually, with Heidi, she would take a roll of fire hose, and not the little shit either. And she would roll it out in the middle of the driveway, and she'd be like, roll the hose, cadet, or whatever the fuck they called us. I think it was juniors or cadets or some shit like that. I forget what they called us. It doesn't matter. And I'd sit there and I'd roll it up, and she'd roll it out again, and I'd roll it up again until I stopped talking. And eventually you get sick and tired of being bent over and rolling up hose. And you can put your eyebrows down, asshat. Not like that. Put those eyebrows back down to an acceptable level. And you had to, and it taught you a little bit of respect at 14 years old. Because hard work, you learned a bit. And from there, I got into my first CPR class, and then I became a CPR instructor, and I went into, I think what was after that? It was like a MRT, I think it was called. I don't remember what that stood for, like medical response technician or some bullshit like that. And I went to EMT school before I was 16. I started when I was 15, finished when I was 16. And then I became a volunteer on the ambulance, and I got to ride along on the ambulance. I didn't get to do too much. And then eventually I became a volunteer firefighter, full fledged and whatnot. And it was a lot of work. And it was just a progressive thing. Juniors, and I made you unroll and roll it. Yes, that is correct, Heidi Roswell. And you're surrounded by hardworking blue collar people that help to shape and mold you. And it's probably the reason I joined the Army. Well, that and because I dropped out of high school and didn't really have a whole lot of job prospects. But that's a whole nother conversation that we'll get to some other radio show time. That's not the point at all. But yeah, look around. A 68% drop in volunteer firefighters in one state alone. Look around. It's something that you can do with your family. My father was a volunteer firefighter as well. I feel like other people in my family were volunteers as well. I don't remember much about that, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, look into it. Your community could really use your support. Probably why I didn't end up like Rob. No, you have beautiful hair. Your hair is gorgeous. You didn't end up like me at all. Yeah, you have a great hairdo. Yeah, and your community definitely needs that, and that can progress into some great opportunities and great things. I got to experience some things that I would have never had those opportunities if not for those times being a junior or cadet firefighter. And I met some great folks that that's where my friend group, obviously, I met Roy Gagney there. Well, that's not completely true. That's a story we're not telling on the air. I had some great friend group come from there. Yeah, nothing but good things. So if you've got that kid that's stuck on the iPad, won't get away from that, take them down, and they're of the age and they're able to do something like that. Take them down to their local fire department. See if they have a local. They also had it was through the Boy Scouts. They had something explorers. I think it was. You could be a volunteer fire explorer. I believe that was through your local Boy Scout troop. I don't know if that's still a thing or not. I see your haha. Get Roy Gagney. Fuck off. I'm not telling that story on the air. That's for when you come out next. Roy Gagney, are you still coming out for Veterans Day? I know you had talked about it. I am off, but if you're still coming out to Colorado for Veterans Day, I'd love to see you. But yeah, there's a lot of opportunity there for our nation's youth. Please look into that. Nothing but great opportunity there for our nation's youth, for all those folks, all you young men, you service members, veterans who are looking for that next thing. Walk into your local fire department. See it. It's not going to be the same thing that you're looking for. It's not the same camaraderie, but it's similar. If you're looking for something, like I know Lance Liggett with Thigh Huggers, who is a huge supporter of ours. Go to thighhuggers.com, by the way. Enter the code ONESHOT. You get 30% off your order. We get 15% of that, and that gives us 15%. That's what keeps our lights on right now, and that's what keeps us broadcasting right now. I'm not off now that my schedule has changed, but we will talk. I might be able to move stuff around. Cool. I hope you make it out here. Yeah. If you are a service member, walk into your local fire department, see if they have volunteer opportunities. There's some great opportunities for you there. If you have the time, your community could really use your help, especially if you're prior military. They could use your leadership, your physical fitness, all that stuff. Good things can come from you volunteering with your local fire department, your local EMS, especially if you are a prior service medic and you have a current EMT card. They would love to have you. A lot of juniors had made it. What does that say? A lot of juniors have made it all the way to being chiefs. That's pretty impressive. So starting at age 14 and being a junior or a cadet level firefighter, or I think they call it an explorer, and then making it all that way up and making it to becoming a fire chief in your community, that's a pretty impressive thing. So ladies and gentlemen, by all means, if you can, I highly recommend you checking out your local volunteer fire department if you can, or your local volunteer ambulance corps. I don't know if that's a thing everywhere here in Colorado. I don't believe that's much of a thing. I know a lot of here in Colorado, they want you to be a volunteer firefighter on your ambulance. So it's different everywhere you go, but please, ladies and gentlemen, look into it. Good things can come from it for your community and for yourself. Is Christina in the green room yet? She is not. So I probably need to send her a message of some type, don't I? Well, let's see if we can find Christina. Allie's in the green room? Is she really? Allie, are you here? She's there, but not. All right, let's see if we can find Christina. Allie, are you free yet? While we're waiting for Christina?
Hi.
You look like a freshly promoted young lady.
Yeah, thank you. Did you have a good time?
No. We had fucking blast.
Yeah, good.
Let's be crystal clear about that. What a party. Oh my God. From the time that we were checking into the hotel and I'm standing next to this 5'5" guy wearing a First of the 509th hat. I didn't know who this dude was. I'm like, hey, what's up, Sergeant Airborne? How's it going? And he's like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, oh, hey, I was with, 82nd and I was with fucking JSOC and blah, 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 this and the other thing. Shooting the breeze, this guy, no idea who he is. Dude was cool like the other side of the pillow. And then I get to your wedding and the wedding all happens. Life is good. And I'm standing in the reception and I'm shooting the breeze with this guy again. And your buddy, was it Dan, who does Boots to Business?
Yep.
Who also cool like the other side of the pillow. You have got to connect us with that guy because I want to have him on the show.
He's amazing.
And his wife and my wife hit it off like they've been friends for years.
Good. I'm glad.
But more importantly, your dad's a fucking gangster, dude.
How did you find out he was my father?
I had been shooting the breeze with him for like 2 hours. No joke.
Yeah.
I'd been shooting the breeze with this guy for like 2 hours. And I can barely hear. I have no hearing whatsoever. Your band is kicking it. Life is good. I'm shooting the breeze with this guy for like 2 hours. And I'm like, First the 509th. I'm like, Allie has a Geronimo guy on her bookshelf behind her. I'm like, she always talks about how her dad was with Geronimo. And she's very, very proud of her dad. And the guy looks at me, she goes, I'm her fucking dad. And I'm like, oh, and my wife's like, you're an idiot. And I'm like, yes, that's true. I had no idea. And Dan's like, I thought I said that to you, bro. I tried to drop the hint a little while ago. I'm like, oh, sorry, man. I had no idea. Your dad is so cool.
Damn, Allie's tits look great. And my father's like, that's my daughter.
No, nothing like that. But yeah, you're not far off. But no, nothing like that. And he's like, oh, I said to him, he's like, oh, how do you know Allie? I'm like, oh, she does this radio show and she lets me participate with it and blah, 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 blah. And this, that, and the other thing. And she's like, she does? When does she do this radio show? I'm like, oh, it's every Monday night. She's like, she's super popular and people are always asking about it and this, that, and the other thing, blah, blah, blah. And she lets me dial in once in a while and this, that, and the other thing. And he's like, oh, no shit. I'd have to go listen to this one sometime. And I'm like, oh yeah, she's super cool. It's a great radio show. It's called From the Ashes. I think I might've even given him a sticker as a matter of fact. And I love him. He is my new favorite person on the planet. I could have sat there all night just fucking chilling with your dad.
The accent didn't give it away that he was my father. The very thick Portuguese accent. Again,
deaf like a stone. Like I can't hear anything. And then you add in all the music going behind us. There's veterans everywhere. Sasha the dog keeps walking past. So every time Sasha walks by, you got to stop and pet Sasha, the fucking dog, which, the vest says service dog, do not pet. But every time Sasha walked by, everybody's fucking petting Sasha.
Yeah.
Dude, your wedding rocked. And those fucking Portuguese dancers with the fucking clippy things. What are those things called?
Castanets.
You ought to see the look on Joe's face right now. Joe's like, what are you talking about, bro? What are those things called?
Castanets.
There you go. Castanets. I don't know. Your wedding was banging, dude.
Thank you.
So a couple of months ago, one of the guys at our jiu-jitsu academy turned 55 and we went to a Russian Jewish birthday party.
Oh, I bet that's fun.
And we have never partied so hard in our lives.
Yeah.
Until we got to your wedding.
Oh, stop it.
It was amazing. We had so much fun.
I'm so glad. Who did I seat you with? Did I seat you with the Roboskis?
I have no idea who you sat us with because we were having so much fun. We didn't talk to anybody at the table. Oh. We had a fucking blast. We ended up not talking to anybody at the table because we were having so much fun with everybody else.
Yeah.
It was, I think it was a bunch of motorcycle folks. I have no idea.
Oh, maybe.
One
Yeah,
dude that
mass
one
combat
dude that
vets.
looked like fucking Jax from Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah,
Some
yeah,
old
yeah,
crusty
yeah,
dude that
yeah.
kept calling Doc.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I sat you with mass combat vets. Yeah.
Oh, really? All
Yeah.
right, yeah, cool. Everybody at your wedding was either like a veteran or,
Mhm.
you know, I don't, I, you know, I. It was just so much fun.
Mhm. Yeah.
Absolute
It was a
blast,
good
dude.
time. Yeah, it was probably the best night of my life. It really was.
I can
And
see that.
I didn't sleep. So Saturday we had the breakfast, and then I left to go drop off my bouquets for the preservation stuff. And when I came home, like downloaded everything, went upstairs, showered, and slept all afternoon. Joe and I did. And then woke up, had cereal for breakfast, and went right back to sleep and slept all night. We were exhausted, and my legs hurt so much from dancing in shoes. I never took my high heels off. So I was dancing literally all night in shoes. I had such a good time. And I'm so glad to hear that my guests got along, because I had left, I had right, I had Bible thumpers and rosary rattlers. And I had, everybody was so different. And I'm just so glad everybody got along.
Oh my! So and yeah, Sandy, exact same thing. Like she didn't take off her shoes till we're 5 steps from our hotel room door.
Yeah.
And as when she finally took her shoes off, and she's like, I can't walk anymore. She's like, this has got to stop. And combine that with there was a youth hockey tournament going on, staying at the hotel at the same time. We grew up with our kids playing youth hockey, so that was the
awesome.
even better part of staying at that hotel. It was great. We had a
when we got back to the hotel, somebody popped champagne, so we're just hanging out and stuff. And the hockey dads are there, and I'm still in my gown and stuff. And like, hey, congratulations. And I'm like, hey, thanks, blah blah blah. And I was like hungry because I didn't really get to eat. I took a couple bites of my fillet and stuff. And there's like, you want some pizza? And I'm like, fuck yeah. So all of us are sitting in the lobby eating like,
you ate all those hockey players' pizza. That's
yeah, we ate your pizza. And the guy's like, can I get your drink? And I'm like, dude, I've been drinking champagne all night. Like, I don't want to drink like tequila or anything like that. So I'm like, so unless you got champagne, he's like, I don't. And I was like, I'll take water. So we were just hanging out. My brother comes over, my father comes over. We're hanging out with these hockey dads, like, and it became like party 2.0. It was such a good time.
Yeah, we walked in through in the lobby, and like, yeah, the pizzas are stacked up yay high.
Yeah.
And you had a whole nother, well, first of all, you had a whole nother party going on in the lobby.
Yep.
And the owners of that hotel were clearly unimpressed with us having another party in their lobby.
They told me, because they screwed up so often, they told me that after we get back, we could have the after party in the lobby. I said, okay, we will. And then for breakfast the next morning, I ordered parfaits. Okay. Sausage, eggs, cheese, bacon, bagels, cereal, and parfaits and fresh fruit. Instead of parfaits, I got frozen Yoplait. And when I say frozen, I mean like frozen. So Darnell, the black gentleman who was cooking us breakfast, I was like, Darnell, what the fuck is this? And he's like, girl, I'm going to show you. So he showed me this text messages. The owner or the GM had asked them to go to Costco or like BJ's and get yogurt. And he's like, no, that's not my job. Like, you knew that this contract was coming. He's like, I can't leave. Like, you go get it. So finally, the GM goes and gets the yogurt. And instead of putting it in the fridge, he puts it in the freezer. So the cream cheese was frozen. The yogurt was frozen. There was no fruit. So I addressed this with the manager after everything was said and done. And I'm like, I asked for parfaits. You gave me frozen Yoplait. He's like, yeah, but I gave you a bowl of granola. I was like, sir, this was not build your own parfait. Like, what the fuck? So he ended up taking like $150 off. But I'm like, bro, like, it was tons of like stupid little things, you know, but
you still had an amazing.
I did. It was the best night of my life.
So we brought home all those little like neon flashy happy little things that you gave us. Yeah. And we're going to give them to all the neighborhood kids for Halloween and let them.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So yeah, really appreciate it. Really appreciate
Did you guys take home your luggage tags?
Yep.
Okay. And did you take home the keychain with the airplane and the compass?
I don't know that I saw that. We did get a flask.
Yeah, it says Allie and Joe on it.
Yeah, I didn't see a compass or anything.
Yeah, the compass was by the door as you left. It was in like a pretend like luggage thing. I'll ship them out to you because I have so many leftovers. But
Oh, I mean, yeah, whatever you got, man. I mean, I feel like you've got other priorities right now. Like, aren't you getting ready to go party like a rock star overseas?
yeah, I'm getting ready to go to. Well, tomorrow I have to apply for my Thai visa. And then we're doing Cambodia, Thailand, Vietnam, Dubai. So for the next 3 weeks, you're gonna have to have somebody fill in for a Monday because it won't be me. I mean, I could. I guess I could dial in from like the Mekong Delta or whatever.
No, I feel like you're going to be really, really busy.
Yeah, maybe
Joe is going to make sure that you're really, really
Joe
busy.
falls asleep by 9 p.m. Who are we kidding?
I am aware. I have heard the story. So congratulations on your nuptials.
Thank you.
Very happy for you.
Thank you. Yeah, it was
Glad to have been here through the whole thing.
Every penny worth all the stress. It was a night to remember for sure.
And it was super cool that I got to finally meet you face to face.
Yeah. So Joe calls me. He's like, hey, there's somebody here who told Adrian and Arthur that they've never met you. Do you know who these people are? I was like, bro, it's Rob. And they're like, I
had so much fun feeding that. We got back. We left after we left the lobby. And my wife's like, why are you telling people this like this? She's like, you don't have to paint this picture this way. And I'm like, I know, but I am. I'm having a blast doing it too. And
so they're like, she got nervous and called Joe. Didn't want to tell me. Didn't want to stress me out. And
I was having a blast.
I don't know if it's somebody from TikTok who found the alley.
I told everybody. Yeah, it's exactly. Yeah, Joe's over here. He's like, who's the creeper? Because I was even walking into the wedding. Everybody's like, oh, how do you know Allie? I'm like, who? I had a great time with it. I'm like, yeah, I've never met her. I don't know. Yeah, I heard she does a radio show. I don't know. Let's see how this goes. And my wife's like, you got to fucking knock it off.
He got so nervous. He's like, do you know who it is? I was like, yes, babe, it's Rob. And he's like, oh, okay.
I had a blast with it.
So I'm going to tell you, you're a lot skinnier in person.
Thanks. The camera adds 10 pounds and we have 6 cameras in the studio.
Yeah. Camera definitely adds. Yeah.
So I have 60 pounds on camera. Gee, thanks, boss. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's a compliment.
Look at all the fucking LOLs popping up on the screen right now. Gee, thanks. Holly Miller. Yeah, he is. That's not true. Oh my God, dude. Gee, thanks. Appreciate it. You know what? That's the nicest thing that's been said. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a compliment. Yeah.
When Joe gets off the floor, he'll come back to the mic. Isn't she?
She is. I am so glad to have met her. Yeah. Thank you both for.
She said the same thing about you. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Avalanche lost though.
Yeah, that sucked a little bit. Yes, we came there for your wedding. But the side was...
Yeah, it was a bonus.
Hey, we got to go to watch our Colorado Avalanche play your Boston Bruins.
Yeah.
And, hey, we lost. But
what did you think of TD Garden?
So check this out. And Joe and I were having this conversation during show prep. So, like, if you are a Broncos fan and you go to watch the Broncos play the Raiders at wherever there is that the Raiders play now, I don't even know. Or the Kansas... What'd you say? Yeah, go Broncos, by the way. Get the shit out of the Cowboys last night. Like, you don't walk out of there wearing a Broncos jersey. You take that shit off before you walk out because you're going to get your ass kicked. When we walked in, I'm walking around the city of Boston wearing an Avalanche jersey, all we got was, hey, good luck tonight. Go Avalanche. Good luck tonight. Everybody was super welcoming. Walking into TD Gardens, everybody that worked there was like, hey, good luck tonight. Hope you guys have a good game. And we had just kicked the shit out of the Boston Bruins 3-4 nights ago. So we're like, okay. All right, cool. Yeah, you guys too. Good luck. And then we're sitting in there and we fully expected to get like beers thrown at us and shit like that.
Oh, shit.
Whatever. Tomato. I mean, no big deal. We're in enemy territory. That's what we expected. Everybody was super fucking nice. Super cool. like, I was ready to fight. I'm like, hey, let's do this. And like all the Avalanche fans, we saw each other like, hey, we're sticking together. We're good for this. Like, if it's going to go down, we're going to go down together. Everybody in Boston was so nice. They were super cool about it. We had a great time. The city of Boston was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
The people were so cool. It's a great town.
Yeah, we don't deserve the bad rap that we have. Like, if you're an asshole, we're gonna give you what you give us, right? But as a whole, as a general, we're not assholes. We're not gonna take any shit. Like, if you come in and you're like, yeah, fuck the Bruins, then we're gonna give it back to you. But just on principle, we're all like, we're not assholes.
No, I agree completely. I agree. I couldn't believe it. I was blown away. I was amazed at how well we were treated. The concession stand people, even the people like giving you pizza and Cokes and beers and shit. Hey man, good luck tonight. Good game. What? Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Did you spit in this?
Here's your pizza.
Yeah, that's exactly what I expected. Hey honey, scrape the cheese off. You know?
Yeah.
That is exactly what. Nothing like. They were so nice.
No,
Boston was gorgeous, and we were there in the fall.
Isn't it gorgeous?
It was beautiful. Sandy's like, we could live here. I'm like, man, fuck all that. Come back here in February or March and then have this conversation again.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, we hate life January, February, March. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not happening, bro. Not under any circumstances.
Yeah.
So
no, it's good. But you're from this area, you know. Was this Sandy's first time out here?
No, she's from there as well. Yeah, she's from Connecticut as well. Yeah. She grew up in Southington, Connecticut. Mm-hmm. Graduated from Southington High School.
Good for her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Went to UConn.
I appreciate it very much that you guys made the trek. And I'm glad you
Of course. Wouldn't have missed it for the world. And if Seth didn't have another wedding back here, he would have been there as well. So, and now that we have Joe on the staff, the next time you get married, we'll bring him too.
Oh, no, I'm not doing this shit again. Oh, no. Oh, no. Nope. Nope, it is literally till death do us part because I'm not doing this again.
So check this out, and let's be upfront. So everybody that we talk to, and we talk to a shit ton of people, just sitting there waiting for the wedding to start and whatnot. You know me, I talk to anybody that I don't know, and lots of people. Allie has such an effect on the veterans here in Massachusetts. Allie has changed lives, the veterans here in Massachusetts. Allie has done this, that, and the other thing for the veterans here in Massachusetts. And I'm like, oh, you don't know. Allie affects lives for veterans across the country. She has people from Colorado all the way to California that she helps process their veterans claims. It's few and far between because she's very busy with people here in Massachusetts. But she helps people from everywhere. It doesn't matter where they're from. She helps them. And so, yeah, you have quite the following there. People know who you are. I was very, very impressed. So good on you. You have quite a thing going there in Massachusetts. And when it's time for you to expand, you're doing good things.
Yeah.
You're doing very good
maybe
things.
One day I'll run for secretary, of the Executive Office of Veteran Services. Who knows? But I like being ground. I like being face to face with the veterans.
If a Fox News reporter can become the Secretary of War, don't discount yourself. You never know where your path is going to lead, Allie.
Yeah, but
I'm not making a joke.
I don't suck ass as hard as those people. Like I don't.
Did you think that dude was ever going to try to be the Secretary of War?
Oh, no, but he definitely busted out the knee pads and got his fucking gag reflex.
Look, man,
there's no.
I say it all the time. Do I cup? Do I roll? Teeth? No teeth?
Yeah.
Do you want eye contact? Do you want me to look down? What do you want? This is my first blowjob. I'm sorry. I've never done this before. Yeah, I know. What do you want from me? I mean, hey.
You like the cheek?
What are you looking for here? This is my first one.
For me to take that leadership role, it's definitely, I'm going to have to have a lot of say and stuff. I don't like the dog and pony shows. I don't like doing things just because we've always done it this way. I don't like the whole PC thing. Like, you put your pants on the same way I do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care about your status. I'm not going to not say something because, oh, it's negative. No, fuck it. That's how things get fixed. If something's fucked up, I'm going to tell you it's fucked up. And then I'm going to say, hey, let's figure out how to fix this. Because if you just sugarcoat everything, nothing gets done, nothing gets fixed, and the problem is just always going to keep repeating itself, and it's going to get worse, and it's going to compound, it's going to snowball, and then what? And then it becomes too big to handle. So
well,
I never understood.
You've heard my take on the subject. When I was running for president against Donald Trump, my attitude was, when I get elected, I'm going to abolish the Department of Veterans Affairs. I'm going to burn it all to the ground. There will be the Department of Veterans Affairs will consist of one person with a red stapler in a basement, and he will have nothing. Yeah, he will have a stamp, but no ink pad, and that's it. And that's all the Department of Veterans Affairs will be. And all these veterans will go on the economy and get their health care. Oh, you need a VA mortgage? No problem. Here's a VA mortgage guy. Go get your mortgage. You need education benefits? Cool. Go to a fucking local college. They know how to handle your VA fucking education benefits.
Yep.
Go get your fucking benefits. There does not need to be a Department of Veterans Affairs. Did you get out of the Army just recently? Cool. Good. Here's what you have for ailments. Ka-chunk. There's your VA rating. Good luck to you. Off you go. No more fucking, VA math and all that bullshit. So at VSOs, yeah, we used to have those. They're not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
Doesn't exist.
I like my job, so you're going to have to give me a job. But I agree. VSOs shouldn't exist. And
bro, I work for the Department of Veterans Affairs. I'm putting myself out of a job. I'll be president, but I mean, fuck.
Yeah, that. Right. We shouldn't exist. And I don't understand. I mean, I don't know. Like, all right, being an attorney, right? Like in the law says that you can represent yourself, right? You have the right to represent yourself in a court of law. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. So what are you going to do? You're going to hire a professional. So the same thing with the VA. You can file your own claim, but just because you can doesn't mean you should. That's why VSOs are important, because we know the ins and outs. Good VSOs. There are more shit VSOs than there are good, I think. But just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. If you know what I mean, especially if something gets denied and you're like, oh, I don't understand. I definitely have this. Why am I denying? Why was it denied? The VA isn't denying that you have that illness. They're not denying that the injury happened. They're not denying that there's proof on the x-rays. They are denying that it is because of service. So if you have, you injured your back, they spend 3 weeks at the hospital while you're on active duty, and then you've had to have continuity of care. You've had cortisone shots. You've had, dry needling, all this stuff, and then it comes back denied. You're like, what the fuck? The VA is acknowledging that you have that. That's not indisputable. You have this injury. It's documented. They are denying that it is because of your MOS and your injury while in service, especially because I'm dealing with this right now. I have a veteran who spent 3 weeks at a hospital in Maryland due to a back injury, but all his records were destroyed in the fire at the National Archives. So he literally has no proof that he spent 3 weeks in the hospital because of a back injury while on active duty.
How does that fall back on the veteran?
It is always the veteran's
bullshit, Allie.
To prove. No, I'm telling you the law. I'm telling you what it is. It is the veteran's responsibility to prove that the injury happened. Well, he did. He had it, but it burnt down. So now he has no evidence, and he's in and out of back surgeries. He's in and out of hospitals, like for lengthy stays, like 1, 2, 3 weeks at a time. And I believe him. I have grilled this guy countless times. His story does not change. And we have to somehow prove that the injury happened while in service, but we're doing this with zero evidence because everything was burned.
When I am elected president in 2028, and Seth is the Secretary of War, and you are the Secretary of the VA for a very short time, because it will only last about 3 days. We are flipping this.
Yeah.
The burden of proof will be placed on the Department of Veterans Affairs in the United States military. Yep. You have to prove that the veteran did not sustain this injury, because they came into the military. And they were 100% when they came into the military. Yep. You passed a physical at MEPS.
Yep.
Now this dude can't get a hard on, can't remember where the fucking sugar is in the cabinet, and can't stand up straight.
Yep. Yep.
Joe's like, I know where the sugar is. Fuck off. How's your heart on? Yeah. So fuck off, because now this dude can't pee without fucking peeing on his shoes. So yeah, the burden of proof is now on you, not on the veteran. You got my vote, Holly Miller. You say that now, Holly Miller, until
where were you when we were voting, Holly?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. By the way, the Second Amendment, everyone will be required to carry a firearm.
I got the Western song in my head, like do we.
That would be Clint Eastwood, and
that just played in my head.
I'm not sure if that's High Plains Drifter or if that's Good, Bad, and the Ugly. I think it's Good, Bad, and the Ugly, but it doesn't matter.
Great movie. Unforgiven is awesome. Did you?
Oh, it might be Unforgiven. Keep talking.
Did you hear the wedding party entrance song to the
dog?
It was Unforgiven, dude.
Bro. There were a lot of subtleties that you guys threw in there. What was your wedding song? What did you walk into?
It was called Shugashte, which means you've arrived. And the song is about finding love at a later date. And it's never too late to fall in love. It's never too late for second chances. It's never too late to start your life over. Okay.
Don't tell Sandy that when you see her. I made up this whole long bullshit story. Don't tell her that.
I will.
I made up a whole long bullshit story.
You did?
Oh, yeah. Oh, come on now. And the people that were sitting next to us, I don't know who they were, but man, I had a great time at their expense. I'm like, oh yeah, this is a Shugash Indian story about the Indian marriage and this, that, and the other thing. And I went on for like 45 minutes. Like the whole time you were getting married, I was going on and on about what the song was that you walked into. I had a great time. I can spin a lot of bullshit.
Clearly.
Yeah. Dude, I had a great time.
Yeah.
We just got a text message from our guest that says, I'm sorry, I'm letting you down. Yeah, well, it's all right. We have Allie, so we're okay.
Is she in the green room?
She's not going to make it. It's okay.
Oh.
She does women's veterans retreats, which are awesome.
Bro.
I know you would have clicked, dude. She's your people. She's your people. And they're like week-long retreats for female veterans.
Yeah.
She's your people.
What's the name of her organization?
Military Yoga. Military Yogi. She's really, really good people, but she's got kids and she's married and she's a major in the Air Force. Yeah. So yeah, you get it. So shit pops up and you can't hold it against her for not making it.
No,
like some kid is throwing up or shit in a diaper or something like that. Or
both at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Or she shit in a diaper and her kid's throwing up or whatever the case may be. So yeah, you can't hold that shit against her. So yeah, you get it.
Do you want me to get my dad?
When you come back from your honeymoon.
Yeah.
If your dad is free one night and he wants to sit in the chair next to you, we would love to have him on the show.
Okay.
Because yeah, that dude is fucking bang. Do you not think that him and Seth would get along like they've been friends for years?
I don't know. It's because that's my dad. I see him in a different light.
You do. But to be clear, your dad's cool as fuck, bro.
That's odd to hear because my dad is lame.
No, he is not. Me and Dan stood there and talked to him for like 2 hours. He was cool as hell, man. That's
crazy. I can also get Daniel on the show.
Oh yeah. You're gonna have to connect us. Boots to business. I want to talk to that guy.
Yeah,
he's going to be our 2026 guest list. We've already started booking guests for 2026, and yeah, he is like number 4 in the shoot for 2026.
I will send a text message thread. I'll introduce the two of you.
Please do. And him and his wife and my wife got along excellent.
Yeah.
So now that you have had the weekend I mean, you can't possibly have a weekend that required a safety brief more than this past weekend. I'm going to let you throw multiple things out for the safety brief.
Okay.
In any order that you want, whatever you'd like, throw them out. Whatever you have for any safety brief.
We drank a lot, but listen, I had a trolley. There's zero excuse to be drinking and driving. Zero.
I love that. That was the first thing that Joe said when we got on the trolley. He's like, hey, party out as much as you want. Nobody needs to drive anywhere. We have a trolley that will take you where you need to go.
Yep.
It was awesome. I love the way you guys thought that through so thoroughly.
Yeah. Let's see what else is there. Oh, if you're gonna vomit, please make sure that you hold your hair back. It's gotta be back. It's gotta be back like this, because if you hold it down and then it goes like this and you throw up in it, so you gotta make sure, gentlemen, you gotta make sure you grab it here and you grab it here and you gotta hold it up. Because I'm telling you, if you just hold it here, it's gonna go blah and just.
Can I just take your word for that one?
Here.
But keep talking. The
Here.
listeners need to know this.
Yes. Let's see. What did we do in the hotel? What happened?
No, I don't need to know that shit, bro. He seems like a nice guy and all. I don't need any descriptions of helicopters or anything like that.
We were so tired. There was no helicoptering. By the time I got all the pins and the flowers and all the shit out of my hair, he was asleep. And I
bet he was. He earned it.
It was like 2 a.m.
The dude was a dancing machine. He did aerobics for 4 hours.
He did. Yeah, and I did it too in heels, so I don't want to hear it. Yeah. Drink water, the typical stuff.
Yeah.
It was fun, but it was a safe weekend.
It really was.
Everybody behaved. Nobody got arrested. Nobody threw any punches, which I was a little nervous. Did you see the guy? Did you see security there? He blended in, but I hired security.
We were ragging on that dude mercilessly when we first got there, because we thought he was a guest. So he's just standing there. Talk about, that's like the guy that's the lifeguard at the fucking Olympic swimming competition. Of all the people that did not need to be there. Because this dude, the skinniest dude, standing there pulling security, and you're like, dude, you are way outclassed.
I know.
Like, you're in a room full of dudes that have taken lives, and you're standing here pulling security. You're like,
yep,
you're doing great.
And I told them, when I told them who the guest was, I'm like, listen, we have law enforcement, we got tons of Army veterans, military veterans. Like, do we have to hire security? And they're like, yeah, it's one of the bylaws from the town. And I'm like, okay, fine. So it wasn't until like almost towards the end of the night, I went to go get a drink. And Joe was talking to the bartender, and the guy was standing in the corner, and I'm like, who is this guy? Like, he's not a guest. And Joe was like, oh, that's security. And like, so I went up and I gave him a high five, and I'm like, boy, don't you feel useless? he's like, a little bit.
I go to walk. It's 1,000,000 degrees in there. People have been dancing up a storm. Those fucking Portuguese dancers are doing their thing. It's 1,000,005 degrees in there. I got to get outside so I can breathe air. I go to walk outside, dude standing in front of the door. And I'm like, excuse me, I gotta move over. And he's like, what is that dude, like 95 pounds? And I'm like, pardon me. And he's like, oh yeah, excuse me. And he kind of stands aside and he like lets me slide to pass the door. And I'm like, fuck you gonna do, man? Like, stop me from walking out the door, man? I'll take you with me. You know?
Right.
Don't make me pick you up.
You worked for it. It's some like low level, like local company, not one of the big ones like Allied or Pinkerton or anything.
No.
It was a one I hadn't even heard. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, you know, that like we're in the industry and all of us are veterans and cops.
He was doing a good job.
I had 2 USASOC members. I had 2.
Yeah.
Bro, come on.
You're doing great, brother. I mean, yeah. And me and Daniel were kind of ragging on him. I'm like, hey, man, your shit's hanging out. It's just like, you're doing good. Dan and I were like, hey, man, you're doing a great job.
I'm like, thanks for wearing a suit. Thanks for wearing black socks.
Yeah. All right. So my addition to the safety brief, folks, is, hey, airports are fucking nuts right now.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Relax, folks. Rein it in. Chill out. Make yourself some extra time. Just relax. I understand everybody's frustrated. Don't take it out on TSA. Right. Don't take it out on the folks in the airline. Don't be an asshole when you get on the plane like this jerk was when we got on the plane. We get it.
Did you have a hard time?
No, we didn't, but some jerk on the airplane did. I'm a physician. Yeah, man. You know what? Nobody cares when you're on the plane. Sit your ass down, shut up, and enjoy your peanuts. Man, right. Just shut the fuck up. Even Sandy was like, who is this asshat? And he already had a black eye, was my favorite part of the whole thing. Shit. Sandy's like placing bets on how he got that.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder, my flight doesn't leave until 11 p.m. So I'm thinking maybe get there for 8.
Yeah, give yourself plenty of time. Give yourself plenty of
Yeah.
time. Get there, get your Starbucks, chill out, enjoy the time.
Yeah.
So,
What was your
Allie,
experience through TSA? Like, was it
nothing. It was easy. It was
okay?
easy. They did their best. They're doing their thing. Yeah, they're just lighten up. Everybody's fine. Allie, go enjoy your time with your new husband.
Thank you.
Congratulations again. Are we still calling you Allie Says Nope? Or, I mean, do we need to switch it? What's the deal?
No, it's I mean I said yep this weekend, but it is still Ali Says Nope. I am changing my name, but not yet.
Congratulations. We're very, very
Thank
happy
you.
for you here.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for the extra time tonight.
Of course. I'll see you guys real soon.
Have a great rest of your evening.
Yes.
Oh, this one's like going dead quick. It still works, but just barely.
Feed him. Okay.
Have a great rest of your night. Good night, Allie. Bye. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, what a hell of an evening. So, yeah, sorry that Christine Mattison could not join us. Folks, check out the Military Yogi on Instagram. She's doing some great things for women, veterans, and the retreats. I highly recommend you check her out. She's been a long-time friend of the show. We adore her. Obviously, if she couldn't tune in, that's because she's got something else going on. She's a wife, a mom. She's a major in the United States Air Force. Very, very busy woman. Support her retreats. It opens up on Saturday, so you can sign up. They're awesome retreats. Highly recommend you check them out. The website is scrolling across the bottom of the page there. Joe did some great stuff. But yeah, we're going to start wrapping stuff up real quick here, and we'll call it a night so you can get to your Monday Night Football. As soon as we go off the air, as soon as we click off, you should be immediately flipped over to WTF Radio. ICE is on the air. Nothing but good stuff over there. Definitely want to check them out. All right. So when I was deployed to Iraq in 03-04, I ended my tour there at Al-Assad Air Base. I was there with Medevac, with the 571st Air Ambulance Company. One of my best friends from high school, Sergeant First Class at the time, Alex Wilde, was there with the 527th MP Company, a National Guard unit out of National Guard MP unit out of Connecticut. Like I said, he and I went to high school together. Go back to our our chat here. They lost while they were deployed one of their soldiers. Her name was Rachel Bosveld. At the time, PFC Rachel Bosveld. I text Alex and let him know that she was going to be our never forgotten tonight. I'm like, hey man, just so you know, PFC Bosveld is going to be our never forgotten. Anything you want to say or want me to say about her? I said, hey man, Rachel will be our never forgotten on the radio show this evening. Anything you want me to say about her? I've known Alex since we were 14. He says that she's still remembered by a lot of people 22 years later, and that we will keep her memory alive, even though she was cut way too short. And thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight when you are sitting down with your family and you're saying your prayers and you're putting your kids to bed and you're saying your prayers with them, please remember PFC Rachel Bosveld, who stepped forward, raised her right hand, deployed to Iraq, worked as a military police officer. Remember her family, who's now without her. 22 years later, I remember Private First Class PFC Rachel Bosveld. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be our show for the evening. Next week, when we come back, we are going to have Jen with Freedom Balls on the show. And this starts our series that we do every single year. We do nothing but veteran-owned businesses. If you know a veteran-owned business that needs our attention and needs a little bit of pimping before the Christmas holiday comes up, send them our direction. We only have like 1 or 2 spots left, and we might not even have those 1 or 2 spots left. If we have to fit 1 or 2 businesses and do like 2 businesses in a show, and it sounds like we might have the room since we're not going to have Allie for a night or 2. Send them our way. We might be able to fit 2 businesses in per show. It'll be snug, and Joe's going to hate us, but that's okay. We'll make it work. Joe's hated us before. Send them our direction. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be our show for tonight. Can't thank you enough for joining us on this Monday evening. Really appreciate you listening to From the Ashes on About Face Media. Thanks a lot for being here tonight. Really appreciate your time. Have a great rest of your evening. Good night.